Welcome to Negotiating a Contract, Fluent Business English. Today, we'll dissect a contract negotiation between Karen, a project manager, and Michael, a client rep. To kick things off, Michael, how important is preparation before such meetings?
Preparation is absolutely crucial, especially in business settings. Both sides need to research the other's priorities, set clear objectives, and familiarize themselves with key terms like deliverables and payment structures. This ensures the conversation remains focused and efficient.
That makes sense. Karen, can you describe one way your agency prepares to present value confidently?
Certainly. We draft a detailed proposal outlining milestones and value-added services. Practicing persuasive language and conditional phrases helps us articulate our position while anticipating the client's needs, which is essential for a smooth negotiation.
Let's move into the meeting itself. Karen, what's your strategy for opening a negotiation and establishing a professional, cooperative tone?
I usually suggest, let's walk through the key terms together. This invites collaboration and signals openness. Starting with shared goals, like a long-term partnership, helps frame the conversation positively.
Michael, how do you respond to such openings to ensure both sides feel heard?
I acknowledge their approach and clarify my priorities. For example, I might say, we're focused on budget efficiency, but we value quality. Setting expectations early fosters transparency and trust.
After the agenda is set, it's time to discuss contract specifics. Karen, can you walk us through how you introduce terms like scope of work or milestones?
Absolutely. I'd say, the scope includes content creation and campaign management, with milestones at weeks 2 and 4. Using concrete language avoids ambiguity and shows professionalism.
Michael, do you ever ask for further clarification at this stage?
Definitely. If any term is unclear, I'll ask, could you elaborate on what's covered under deliverables? This ensures both parties share a common understanding, reducing future disputes.
Now, let's explore conditional structures in negotiation. Karen, how do you use conditional offers to show flexibility without conceding too much?
I might propose, if you can commit to the timeline, we're ready to proceed. This structure balances firmness with openness, encouraging the other party to meet halfway.
Michael, how does hearing such conditionals influence your negotiation approach?
It signals room for compromise. I could reply, we'd agree to the timeline, provided there's a revision clause. Conditionals help both sides reach a win-win situation.
Let's dive into one of the most sensitive issues, price. Michael, how do you approach negotiating for a better price while maintaining a positive rapport?
I use diplomatic phrasing like, can we agree on a 10% discount? Or, would you consider revising the rate for a longer commitment? This opens the door for discussion without appearing aggressive.
Karen, how do you respond when a client requests a discount?
I acknowledge their position first. I understand budget constraints. Then, I might offer value-added services instead of lowering the price, saying, what we're offering is added value at no extra cost.
Beyond pricing, timelines can make or break a deal. Karen, how do you negotiate deadlines without compromising work quality?
I clarify our capacity. We can expedite delivery, provided that we limit revisions. Using provided that signals flexibility but sets boundaries to protect our standards.
Michael, have you encountered instances where pushing for speed backfired?
Yes, in a previous campaign, insisting on a tight deadline led to errors. Now, I'm careful to ask, if you need more time, can we adjust the launch date? To ensure quality isn't sacrificed.
Inevitably, negotiations involve counteroffers. Michael, what strategies do you use to make a counteroffer without escalating tension?
I focus on shared goals, saying, that sounds reasonable, but we'd need a faster turnaround. It's important to explain the reasoning behind your position, maintaining a solution-oriented tone.
Karen, how do you keep the conversation on track when multiple offers are on the table?
I summarize progress so far and propose next steps. To clarify, we're aligned on scope and price. And we just need to finalize the timeline. This helps prevent misunderstandings and moves the deal forward.
Disagreements are natural in negotiation. Karen, how do you diplomatically express concerns without shutting down the discussion?
I often use phrases like, I see your point, however, or I'm afraid that's not feasible at this stage. These soften the message and invite further dialogue rather than confrontation.
Michael, why is it important to avoid blunt refusals?
Blunt refusals can damage relationships. Using diplomatic language preserves goodwill and signals willingness to keep negotiating. It's about finding common ground, even if you can't say yes immediately.
Once terms are close to agreement, what's the best way to confirm everything clearly? Karen, how do you wrap up a negotiation?
I restate the agreed points. To summarize, we'll deliver by July 15th, with 2 rounds of revisions and payment upon completion. This ensures both sides are aligned and avoids future disputes.
Michael, what's your practice for confirming commitments from your end?
I like to follow up in writing, perhaps with a summary email or a draft contract, so both parties have a record. This formalizes the agreement and sets the stage for a productive partnership.
To conclude, let's talk about skill building. Karen, how can professionals practice and improve their negotiation English outside of real meetings?
Roleplay is incredibly effective. Practicing with a colleague using conditional phrases and business vocabulary builds confidence. Even writing mock contracts helps reinforce key terms.
Michael, any final advice for those aiming to negotiate more fluently in English?
Immerse yourself in scenarios, listen to podcasts, read business articles, and analyze sample negotiations. The more exposure you get, the more naturally these phrases and strategies become part of your toolkit.